Hello? Is this thing on? Fuzzy, Idle, Chill Gardening, congrats on being the first one to arrive. First ones to arrive, rather. Oh, look. Look, it's my face. Did y'all miss me? Nico, welcome in. Hello, Martian. Congrats on your 3 stream streak. Hello, Choco Pain. Hope you're doing well. Mew, it's lovely to see you. Hi, Leah. Or Fuzzy is Leah. That's right. Avertalk, it's good to see you too. Hello, Inch. Konnichiwa. Let's see. Oh gosh, there's so much going on. I'm gonna go in order. Hi, Massa. Hello, Jazza. Welcome all. Sorry about your himbos and your limbos. Although that's a good limbo, Inch. Nice. Hello. You men. Sorry, I do my best. Hey, Mandel. Welcome in. It's good to see y'all. Look at all these cool people. Diana, welcome in. Thank you so much for the resubscription for the 15th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Haven't seen you all in so long. It's Algo's fault. I know. I'm sorry, Jen. Welcome in, by the way. Oh, Jen, did you get your package, by the way? I did send it. Hey, Stardew Country Girl, welcome in. The ones I had to send internationally, I'm worried about because they were not cheap to send, so I want to make sure they got there. I know Jazza's got there. Inch, thank you so much for the 18 months. Welcome back to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. And welcome back to the stack for the 19th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Jazza, welcome back to the stack for the 16th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Hey, April. Algo is here. He just took some time. I'm having a bad day. Can you tell us a pirate joke? Okay. What does a pirate say when they turn 80? I'm 80. Okay. Hopefully that was good. Mew, welcome back to the stack for the 8th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Okay. I'm almost caught up. Almost caught up. April, thank you so much for summoning a picture of Brady. That is very nice of you. Thank you all. Kirsten, thank you so much for the subscription for the 20th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Farland, welcome in. Oh my goodness, we got another one. Random people randomly, thank you so much for the subscription for the 4th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Thank you all so much. It's always good to be welcome back. Are we caught up? Are we caught up? Oh my gosh, I caught up. Woo, we did it! Okay, I did not prepare the slideshow for Japan pictures, which I probably should have done, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. They have pictures of my friends in there, and I don't know if I want to show them off without clarifying with that. Like, most of my pictures are pictures with my friends. Here, let me take a look here. Just real quick. Because it feels right to you know, chat about what we did. And pictures would help with that a lot. I wonder if I can, like... But if I go to my pictures... Yeah, I can do this real quick while we're chatting here. No, this might be something I have to do off stream. I think I can manage this. Okay. Shift clicking is very powerful. Just have to make sure to not get people in the photos. Yeah, not that one. Hi, Ems. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Alright, hold on. I'm making a quick album here. Looks like the majority of my pictures are not of other people, so that'll go quick. Hey, DMNC, welcome in. Sorry, I should have done this before stream, but I was in a little bit of a hurry. Turned out all my chores this morning took longer than I thought they would. Dog! I'm just trying to get pictures of my friends out of here because I didn't ask them if they wanted to be shown on stream, and I'm sure that even though they'd probably say yes, they'd probably not really want to be. I got plenty of pictures that don't involve them, so... Thank you all so much for the hype train. What did you buy? Oh, I can show you some things. I actually didn't get that much for myself. I got a lot for Grace and some things for my dad and sister. But I did get one very expensive thing for myself. How far back am I? Oh, here's my Nara pics. Okay, like 5 more minutes and I should have all of these. No problem, Ems. Thanks so much for coming by. I'm sorry I didn't do this beforehand. It'll all be on the VOD, though. Some of these are videos. We're not going to get into that. Is that me? That is me. Okay. I took so many pictures with these deer. They are really cool. Kelsey, yes I did. I'm getting my pictures prepared right now to show y'all. What's a cat? Is that a person? No, it's a cat. All right, here's the castle. All right, Jen, thanks for coming by to hang out. Oh, our festival was here. I didn't get many pictures because it was pouring rain at this festival. Bag. All right. Just a moment. This I don't have to worry about at all because I was separated from them at the moment. Tally, welcome in. Sorry, I'm picking up pictures really quick to show you all from Japan. Yeah, I went to Japan. That's why I've been gone for 2 weeks. Forgot there were monkeys at this pagoda. Oh man, so many of my cat pictures that I got have people in them. Yeah, no, you're fine, Tally. I was chatting with a bunch of people. My trip was amazing. I'm gonna go through it here in just a second. I'm just trying to gather up all the photos without getting my friends involved. They didn't ask for that. Good load. Really? That's so cool. All right. This is going to be the one that's heavily has pictures of my friends in it. I think these are fine. Dang it, I added a bunch of photos I shouldn't have. I have to just unclick all these. That's fine. Sneakers! Of course Sneakers can be here. Hi, Twinkle. Or Twinkie, rather. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, die. Careful now. Alright. Is this me? That's not me. Okay. We're almost there. Ooh. I'm remembering some of the food now that I'm seeing it. My brain was just like, ooh, food. It was so good. Just the food everywhere there was just so good. Just so constantly. Everything we got, even like little things, were absolutely delicious. Weirdly, I took less pictures of the mountain than I thought I did. Oh, there's more pictures here. This was during our walk. Alrighty. Pictures come out very strangely. Alright, I am almost there. I think I'm gonna take less pictures here, because none of them are really strictly necessary. At me when he's done. I'm so close. That's not entirely true. It's gonna be a minute here. Forgot how many pictures I took. Okay, I'm back in my first day in Tokyo, so I'm getting pretty close here. Ooh, we packed a lot in these days. Oh, yours are red. I would never be so bold. We went to like 8 different shrines. If I were to go to Japan again, I would probably only go to like 5. Some of them were a lot more meh than the other ones. They were all beautiful. I should clarify that, but some of them had a lot more interesting stuff going on. Whoop. Okay. Gosh, even thinking back on some of these pictures, I was such a baby in Japan at the time. This is like the day one stuff. I didn't know what was going on. My feet were already hurting at this point, though. Of that, I can assure you. There was so much walking going on. We did it! Blade! Is there supposed to be something on the screen? No, I had to separate my pictures from my friends. So I'm making an album really quickly here. How are you doing today, Blades? Good to see you. All right. And let me pull this over here. And... oh, no, that's not where it goes. Put that there. All right, and we should be good to go here. Oh, we have to open the spreadsheet first. I don't know how well this is going to fit. Also, that's not supposed to happen. Why can I not full screen this? Oh, because I'm editing currently. I don't know what it's doing on screen right now. Let's just go to Stardew. There we go. It's just taking its time to load. This is gonna block some of the pictures though. OMG, it's Stardew Valley! Some have said. Some have said. Alright, let's chat a little bit about Japan. This is the very first picture I took in Japan. This is after we got off the airport. We were on the train for the first time. The trains there are confusing at first, but they make a lot of sense once you've done it a few times. And this was just some of the art on the side of the train. Oh, you instantly know which one it is? Ah! Sneaky just took a dive. It was a very pretty train. Like, there weren't that many trains that had that nice of art. But this was right from the airport. I think we landed in Hanoto? I don't remember. It started with an H. There's like 4 airports in Japan. Yeah, we got lucky. I mean, we came in pretty late, so the trains were not busy. But some of the days when we went, like, during rush hour, the trains were very busy. Can I, like, immediately jump? There we go. Okay. You can just barely see my friend there, so it's fine. This was nearby to where we were staying at our first Airbnb. And then we immediately went out the first day, right when we got there, and got ramen at this place. Whoop. So first day ramen was very delicious. We actually only got ramen one other time, I think, during the entire 2 weeks. But this was my first taste here. This wasn't like a fancy place or anything. This was like a fast food place in Japan. It wasn't fast food, but it was a lot smaller of a place than most places. I didn't actually buy these. I must have just taken a picture of it because I didn't actually have sushi until a bit later. Yeah, there was some really good food. So this was actually the next day. We went to a market. I can't remember the name of the market though. It's the fish market in Tokyo. There was a word. It's not Nishiki. Nishiki is a different market we went to. But this was the fish market. This is like an egg with cod roe on it. Spicy cod roe, which I split with my friend. Creativia, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. We're currently going through my Japan pictures. We were on our own, Inch, which was very fun sometimes and very scary other times. But no, we did not have any tour guides. We saw a bunch of the big tours, and I'm kind of glad we didn't get tour guides. Anyways, Creativia, how was your stream? What were you up to? We haven't actually started our Stardew yet. We're just talking about my trip to Japan here. So yeah, in the fish market, there was lots of different varieties of food you could get. All those pictures had like do not touch. Like, I guess people would actually just grab at them. But there was like pork meat buns and all these. We didn't actually end up getting that much food here because we had other plans to eat. Hey, there's me. It's my first selfie. Look at me. It was raining a few of the days. It rains a lot there in spring. Actually, like almost all of our days in Tokyo it was raining. We had like 2 sunny days in Tokyo out of like 5 total days there. Algo in Japan. We got a strawberry. It's like a strawberry on top of a. It's like inside is like red bean paste. I can't remember exactly what the outside is. It's made out of rice. It's like a sweet rice dough on the outside. It was really good. That was one of the foods we got. I just took a bunch of pictures of food stalls. And chopsticks, apparently. I got Grace some chopsticks there. Oh, this was our meal. This was like our lunch here. They had like this big hot pot, and they just put it over rice and gave us some, I think it was barley tea? Some kind of tea with it as well. It was so good. It was just like this big steaming pot of like meat, onions, and I'm assuming some other stuff too. It was delicious over rice. Oh, yeah, it's limoncello. Oh no, it's yuzu cello. Yeah, just more pictures of all the different food vendors there. These were much bigger strawberries than the ones we ended up getting. Uh-huh. I just saw all the delicious food. Oysters that would kill me. I had to take pictures of those. Oh, we stopped by a knife shop. One of my friends was looking for a knife the whole week. He didn't end up getting it until like the second to last day, but we stopped by a bunch of places looking. Okay, after the market, we walked to a nearby park, which was very pretty. Yeah, what's up, Diamond Wolf? Welcome in. Oh, this was like, is it like the largest sequoia tree or something similar? Pine tree. One of the largest black pines in Japan. You can see like the way they let it grow out, where they have to put like little things under it in order to encourage growing it. When you started streaming, did you get an error? I don't think so, no. Is it something you're running into with OBS or something? Field of flowers, right next to the pine there. There's me. We theorized that in the summer or fall months that the foliage on this grows out, so it becomes like an actual thing you can sit under in the rain. Little torii gate into a shrine there. A few other pictures of the pretty park. You can see like the big city of Tokyo all around it. Sampling error. I don't know, Diamond. I haven't had that issue, I don't think. I would probably Google exactly what it says, and then look for like a Reddit thread that discusses it. Usually people have good answers there. Sun protectors, yes. I couldn't remember the proper word for it. But yeah, in the spring, where there are beautiful cherry blossoms, and I've got a lot of better pictures of cherry blossoms later. The ones in this park weren't very well grown yet, or were... I think they were just growing out. Oh, in late spring, yeah. Maybe we were too late then. I'm not sure. Got some duckies. After this, we went to... There was a tea house in the park. So that's where we ended up next. It was over this bridge here, which was really pretty. Which is why I took so many pictures. You can see the tea house over there. It started pouring at this point, so it was a good time to enter the tea house. I don't think I actually got any pictures of the tea I got there, but it was matcha in a bowl, basically. I found out that I don't love matcha that much. It was good. Like, I didn't hate it, but definitely not my favorite. Someone offered to take a bunch of pictures of me against the window, so they did. That's the tea house from outside. This is from the hill. You can see the tea house there and the lake ahead. Yeah, I noticed that, like, when it was mixed into something Mandel, I didn't mind it so much, but it was when it was just, like, matcha to drink, it was just a lot. The flavor is very strong. Pretty stairs. The park was really gorgeous. Here's a little panorama. This is like the first cherry blossom tree we saw up close, so I tried to get a picture of it. There's much better ones later. So we'll wait on that. Ducks. Yeah, the ones in this park were either fully blue or haven't been fully bloomed yet, or had already bloomed and were winding down. But there's a lot better ones later, especially in like Kyoto and Osaka. But we're still in Tokyo here. Yeah, One Piece. I saw the, I think it's Shonen Jump magazine. Yeah, Weekly Jump. So I took a picture of that. Just a random street. Just thought it was really pretty. Drink good beer with good friends. Where is this now? Were we at a shrine? Oh, this is at the Imperial Palace. The gardens outside the Imperial Palace. So this is the next place we went to, all on the same day here. This was very pretty. There were some really pretty places and things like that. I don't know if I'd recommend going to this, just because it was more like park, and we'd already seen a lot of park, and this is like day one. It was really pretty though. I really like this waterfall. And there was a koi pond. You don't actually see the palace. The palace is in a different area. This is just like the gardens. This is me attempting to take a selfie. I got better at it as the week went on. A little bit of bamboo growing. Just a random, I'm actually not sure. I guess this is like a bird bath next to some flowering bushes. There are a bunch of these like walls throughout. A little bit of cherry blossoms there. Oh, so this is at a maid cafe. Doesn't look bashful to me. The food there was not very good at the maid cafe. I wasn't really allowed to take many pictures at the maid cafe, so I just got pictures of the food. I do have like a Polaroid of me with one of the maids, but they said no pictures of the people there, which makes sense. Yeah, the food was very not great there. It was fun just to try it, but the dessert was fine. So you can see this guy here was very delicious. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that so good looking? But they called this omurice, and I had omurice later in the week. This was not omurice. Yeah, honestly, if I were to go again, I would not bother with the food. This is in Akihabara, by the way. I didn't take that many pictures here. No, this is Osaka. I guess I only have these two pictures. Interesting. I guess I was walking around and shopping a lot in Akihabara, but we were in Akihabara for like 2 hours or so. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Diamond Wolf Alpha. How do you untime out people? I was clicking on the thing. There we go. I'm sorry about Diamond Wolf Alpha. I accidentally clicked the timeout button on you. That was not on purpose. I was clicking over to the chat window and I accidentally hit the button. That's dangerous. This is Asakusa. That's how you say it. Asakusa. I almost said Osaka. We went here at night for a sumo show. This was probably our busiest day, and it was day one. But they gave us a little hot pot meal, so this was boiling over here. And they let us try like a few things here along with it. And like you can see the sumo rink in the background there. So I was like front row here. This was our MC. She explained like all the rules of sumo. And then we also had a show here. She was dancing to music. Here's our sumo wrestlers. I think it was Asa Tanji and Asa Nishiki were the names of the sumo wrestlers. And so at the beginning, they were like explaining all the rules. During the performance, there was a little bit of audience participation. So the people in the front row, myself and my friends included, basically got knocked into by the sumo wrestlers. Where'd you take this picture of me? Blinksy, I didn't know you were a sumo wrestler. If y'all don't know the wonderful Blinksy, they're an amazing streamer here on Twitch. make sure you go give them a follow if you're not already doing so. I forgot how to stream. I also forgot to give Blade a shout out. I'm sorry about that. I haven't streamed in a while. Forgive me. Make sure you go give them both follows. Me too. Stop. I missed you, Blink. So yeah, more than once I got run into by the sumo wrestlers. They didn't like hit me on purpose. Well, they did on purpose, but it was like part of the show. You're good, Inch. Oh, that's right. At one point they unraveled it. They held it up, but it was pretty funny. Oh yeah, and then there was the very last bit was audience participation, and this girl over here, the whole time she was like, what's the word you're looking for there? Like jarring or like jeering at one of the wrestlers, the one on the other side. And she ended up in the fight with him. It was so funny. She got like lifted up and thrown around. And he let her win, which was really cute. Chirping, yes, she was chirping the wrestler the whole time. Yeah, Asha Nishiki was our wrestler because we were on this side of the thing. It was a really fun show. Those are just some kimonos. This was just across the street from the sumo club. You can actually see the sumo club in the background. This is the next morning. After a very long day, we got some coffee and I think they called it like cheese toast. It has like nuts and spices and cheese on a piece of toast. It was really good. All right, the next day we went to a shrine. Yes. So this shrine was within walking distance of our Airbnb. So we just got up and walked there. Honestly, of all the shrines we went to, this was probably one of the least impressive. It was still really pretty. And I'm glad we went and everything, but it was the first one we went to. So we didn't know like how beautiful some of them could be. I ended up buying a little charm here. But yeah, the buildings were very gorgeous, but like some of the later shrines we went to were absolutely incredible. Hey, look, it's me. Yeah, all the shrines there are like in massive parks. Basically like every park in like the Tokyo area is also a shrine, it felt like. Or at least had shrines in it. Little bonsai trees. So this was like one of the gardens within the shrine area. These are tulips. They haven't bloomed yet though. So they were just like doing work on them. These are all, I think, sake. That's like blessed at the shrine and is there as like an offering. Yeah, what's your important question, Inch? And I think this is different than sake. I think this is beer. That's also as an offering at the shrine. I did not take sneakers and sneaky to Japan. I wasn't planning on running into anyone that would want to see them. And it was just a thing I could lose that I didn't want to worry about. So sneakers and sneaky stayed home. I did end up running into someone in Japan though, which we'll get to when we get to Nara. This is one of the food trucks. I didn't end up actually getting anything from the food truck, which I regret. I never got takoyaki, which I meant to. Yes, I did run into deer there. So I got like everything I wanted to in Japan, but I never actually got takoyaki, which I wanted to try. Axolotl deer, yes. I'm trying to remember why we were walking here. Oh, we got off the shrine and it was easier to walk to a place to eat rather than like take the train or whatnot. So this was like a long walk, but we got to see some pretty sights in this area. I don't know what area of Japan this was. It was like south of Shibuya a bit. This is very close to our Airbnb. Like we walked technically from our Airbnb to here through the shrine and everything. So I don't know what south of Shibuya is, but somewhere around there. Oh yeah. One of the things that we saw is like a tourist option where like the Mario Kart things. So I think that's what this was. We just passed by. We didn't end up doing it. People said it was fun, but not that fun, and it's very expensive. So, whale. Okay. Did I not take a picture of my food here? Oh, here it is. Okay. This was like technically ramen, but it was like liquidless ramen. It was really good though. This place was like somewhat famous. There, this guy here. They had a picture of the guy, the YouTuber that came by and recommended it. It was really good food, to be fair. Hey, look, I'm a YouTuber, put my sign up. I recommend it. It was really good though. It was like pork and then like meat and onions on top of noodles. Yep, you can see how good it was. I think this is the this is the place we were in. I just took a picture from the outside afterwards. This is Shibuya Crossing. Hey, it even says so up there. So it's got like a whole bunch of advertisements. This is like kind of like Times Square in terms of recognizability. I played a video game one time that like multiple video games and anime that have shown this crossing, so it was kind of cool to see because it looks exactly like it does in the shows and whatnot. Like the 109 building here, it's like prominently featured all the time. All it really is like a street crossing. It's just like there happens to be a lot of different shops there and whatnot. I saw this jacket here, which is really cool. It's got Luffy and Zoro on it, and this one's a JoJo reference. There was a lot of One Piece advertisements. I think a new season had just started or something very similar. Okay, more pictures of Shibuya Crossing. We didn't get the dog yet. We stopped at like a little cafe. I did not end up getting this. I ended up getting a strawberry milk, which was also good, but a lot cheaper. Oh, and this was like a much smaller like strawberry cake or something along those lines. It was really delicious. I think it was like a mixed fruit cake, but it was like 95% strawberry. So Lee Chan, I know the pics you wanted to see. Well, we're here now. I can give you the more inside scoop because I had to take out all the photos of my friends and whatnot from this. 5,000 yen. So the trick is you divide by 1,000 and multiply by 6. So 5,000 yen is about $30 American. Which is partially why we didn't end up getting that one. Yeah, that one was expensive. The other ones were fine. They were more like $10. Which is still expensive, but it was kind of a fancy place. Hey, yeah, after we went to Shibuya Crossing, we went to... I don't remember where this was, but this was like a recommended area for cherry blossoms blooming. Yen is less than a cent, yes. Yeah, so we walked around here. There was a bunch of food stalls and whatnot. This was like on the side of a river in the middle of the city. I don't remember the exact location. Conversion rate is 159. Yeah, it was quick to divide by 1,000, multiply by 6, and that got you within like 2% of the answer or something like that. So for my quick conversion, that worked out well. Oh, look how cute I look. My hair is going crazy. We are going to have ads here in a second. One to 100. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, the cherry blossoms here were very pretty. But they got prettier as the week went on. So these look dull to me by comparison to some of the later ones. Got a beer. I don't remember what this was. Some kind of soup. They like mixed oil with it? Was that like a chowder maybe? I remember this being good, but I don't remember what it was. Ooh, that is expensive, yeah. Here we have a view of the Tokyo Tower. Oh, this was my meal. That's right. We went to like a random place in a mall. It was actually really good. They weren't very busy. I think we ate a little early. I think this was like 5 p.m., so it wasn't very busy yet. They sat us down. It was kind of a fancy restaurant, but it was not that expensive. Food there in general was very much a lot less expensive than it is here. So like this ended up being like a $30 meal, where in America it would probably be closer to like a $50 meal. Tokyo Tower. We didn't actually go to Tokyo Tower. We just happened to see it as we were passing by here, because we went to a honey shop. There was in fact a honey shop, but I did buy Sakura honey. I have that downstairs, so I won't be able to show that off. But yeah, there was a honey shop. But this is where we actually went. This is called Borderless. Team Lab Borderless. I think they have places like all across the world. But this one was kind of just like you go in and you see some incredible things. The pictures aren't going to come out very well, but basically there was like projectors everywhere, projecting light onto the walls and whatnot. And they kept changing too. So you'd have like this line that was like randomly going through the scenery. It was really gorgeous. So like this is a big room in here, and you can see like all of the different things happening at the same time. Yeah, the pictures don't come out nearly as well as it does visually in person, because the camera is dealing with so many different sources of light. But yeah, this is the same room. So it was doing like this flower blooming thing, and then like a little bit later it was doing these swirls. And if you would step on the ground, it would move around you. So I don't think I have necessarily a good picture. You can kind of see it here with her. She's standing here and the water is like swirling around her. Are we all cute here? We are, Jules. We are. Can we get a shout out for Lee Chat, by the way? I'm sure someone can do that for me. But yeah, you can see someone standing here and how the water's going around. And then it started growing flowers. You can just see it a little bit here. The water did. It was going through like long cycles. Butterfly. I got pictures of myself with the butterflies on me. This room, it doesn't feel like you could have changed. It was like just drawing almost like calligraphy on the wall. It felt like you could alter it in some way, but I couldn't figure it out. Thank you, Jules. I had a great time in Australia. Australia. All right, I will shout out Lee Chat, I suppose. Go follow Lee Chat. Sunflowers. These were like marching down the wall. They're like doing little dances on the way by, which was really cool. They were like changing between people and like frog people and different sorts of people. This was a room filled with like mist with like the lights on it. The pictures do not really do it justice. It was really gorgeous. I was trying to get myself like in the mist with the lights on me. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was like smoke, not mist, but this is just a pretty wall. Oh, this was great. So this is like in a room. Yeah, the pictures really do not do this justice. Like all of the walls were mirrored, and like there was these like floating balls and lights and everything. It was really pretty. Okay. I don't know how to express this. My pictures just don't show it off very well, but it was really cool to see in person. I don't even know what this is. There was a fish room where you made a fish. You drew a little fishy, and then they ended up on the wall. I guess I missed mine. I didn't get a picture of mine. But you get to draw your own fish, basically, and it would go on the wall with all the rest here. Let's see if I can get back here. Yeah, you can see other people's drawings. Yeah, I was just taking pictures at points, and I guess they didn't turn out very well because... Oh, this was a similar room with mirrors all over, except there were the balls like going through these different tracks here. Yeah, the light would keep coming in and out, so I had to get pictures when the light was actually there. Okay, I didn't get very many other pictures, huh? This was just a room with like curtains, and the light would like occasionally light up the curtains and unlight. It was really pretty too. This was just a random street. I think this is as we were leaving our Airbnb. This is close to where we were staying. And then we took the bus. So this is us leaving Tokyo. This is our last day in Tokyo. We came back, so we spent another 2 days or so when we got back. But we took a bus to Mount Fuji after this. So this is just a bridge I randomly saw on the bus. We stopped for like 10 minutes at like a rest stop. And so I got a little corn dog while we were stopped. The corn dog tastes exactly like an American corn dog. I was very surprised how similar it tasted. This is just from the rest stop, I think. Maybe this is just more pictures on the bus. I took a picture of where I assumed Mount Fuji was. I think I was right, actually. And later... Hold. There we go. It was on the other side of the bus as we were passing by. So I had to, like, zoom in to try and get a picture. But this is my first view of Mount Fuji. This is actually after we had already stopped at the hotel. Now, when we got to the hotel, it was like 9 a.m., so we couldn't check in yet, but they took our luggage. And then we just started walking toward the viewpoint for the mountain. You can see over here, this is the thing that goes up the mountain. It's like a gondola. So that's what we walked to. You can just barely see Mount Fuji at the corner of your eye here. Yeah, it was really pretty. It's bigger than you'd even think it would be. Like, the pictures don't do it very much justice, but it's like even bigger than you'd expect it to be. Even like way off in the distance. Swan boats. We got a ticket for the thing, but we had to wait for like another hour to actually use the gondola to go up. Yeah, it really is just like a perfect shield volcano. This is us going up the gondola. We got to the top, and the view from up here was incredible. Not only of like the little city there, but like, of course, of the mountain as well. As we get to pictures. I took a lot of pictures here. So yeah, here's Mount Fuji over here. And the clouds were coming and going, so kind of see it there. But it was like huge off in the distance. Yeah, it slopes up so gradually. Just saw a little roller coaster off to the side here. I think this was like a resort. Yeah, I took a bunch of pictures of it and with me in it. Just other parts of the mountain. So basically, we took up the gondola, and there's kind of like a viewing platform up here. Had some food options too, which was really cool. I tried to take like some really zoomed in pictures, but they didn't turn out very good. The mountain was just so gorgeous to look at, just like constantly, and the air was so nice in this area. A little shrine at the top of the viewing area. Usagi Shrine. Here. This is just kind of like the view from where we were. We could like look around. So this is my panorama. So you can see Mount Fuji over here. And we actually ended up going over to like the shore over here later. Yeah, rabbit shrine. Usagi. Usagi means rabbit. I took some pictures. It's hard not to. It was just so pretty. All right, we went back down. We ended up taking a taxi to our next location. It was just easier than anything else. I think this is while we were driving. I got the front seat with the driver. And this next area we went to was so busy. It was like a little garden area with a view of the mountain. It was actually further away than we went before and a lot busier. But I took some more pictures. I had like a little beach area here that I went down to. We ended up stopping for food right after this. Yeah, so this is like the little garden area here. Yeah, I got this is what my friend got, I think. Oh no, we all got this. This was like steak tartare sushi. It's not a very good picture. There's a good picture. It was really good. And then this was my meal, which was also really good. I think it was like, it's not pork cutlet, it was something else. I was still getting used to the chopsticks at this point though, so it was very difficult to eat this for me. Because picking this up with like the chopsticks, it's very heavy, and like dipping it was very tough for me. I got a lot better by the end of the week, but I was not very good at that time. Ah, yeah, this is the name of the place. It was basically right next to where we were. More pictures of Fuji. I believe right after this, we walked down the shore a little bit to get to a more private area. And we were not the only ones with that idea. We actually ran into a wedding party taking pictures post-wedding by Mount Fuji. Well, like on this shore here. But there was a bunch of like stacked rocks here, which are really pretty to take pictures of with the mountain. There we go. The place we stayed at here was absolutely amazing. It was incredible. It was like a hotel. They gave us like, I wouldn't really call them like yutakas, but like just like these kind of clothes to wear while we were in our little villa. We did pay a lot of money to stay there. Hey Magnolia, welcome in. It was not cheap, but we had like a little villa to ourselves, which was, it was really just one building, but it was like a big open expansive area. It came with its own like hot spring, although it wasn't that big, so its own like onsen. Which was really cool. But yeah, here's just me relaxing on the tatami mats. I might have trouble with tatami mats, by the way. It feels like my nose kept running anytime I was near a tatami mat. This is me just taking pictures in the building. This is the hotel entrance. It's just a really pretty hotel. Like very traditional Japanese style. This is inside. This was our breakfast at this place, which was just absurd. And it was part of the cost of being there. But yeah, it was so interesting. There was like so many variety of things to try. Apparently this is like a traditional kind of like Japanese breakfast. Not like an everyday sort of thing, but like something you have every once in a while. I can't remember the names of everything. But over here, this was salmon. It looks a lot yellower in the camera, but this was just salmon. This is sashimi in the middle here. I remember that. This was like a really sour plum, along with some other stuff as well. This is egg and meat. I ended up mixing this with my rice, which was really good. This was a salad here, a very small one. But there was some dressing for it as well. This package here was seaweed, or what do you call it? There's like a word for it. Like the hardened, dried out seaweed. Can't remember exactly. This here, these were like really tiny fish that were dried out. And so it kind of like turned them into noodles almost. I cannot remember what this was. Is it kombu? Okay, you know it, Diana. This was hot pot up here. Which weirdly, the hot pot was like the least tasty thing of the whole thing. It had like tofu in it and a few other things, but... And obviously these are all like dipping sauces. This was something too. I think this was miso soup. So there's just like a huge variety of things to eat here. And they were all really good. I didn't love everything, but I was glad to try everything. Yeah, this is me after a little bit of eating. Yeah, this is just inside the hotel. Yeah. This is the Lawson picture. Like everyone is getting a picture of this, which is very funny. Lawson's like a it's like a 7-Eleven. There's also 7-Elevens there, funnily enough, but it's just funny because you have like the Lawson with the mountain behind it, like just being gorgeous. This is us leaving, by the way. We only stayed there for one day, which was honestly enough. Like, I'm not sure there was much more I would have done, unfortunately. But this is us arriving at our new Airbnb in Kyoto. This is just like kind of a river nearby. Yeah, it was just a really gorgeous area in Kyoto. All right, I'm gonna have ads here in a second, so I'm gonna take advantage of this time to just take a quick little break. So I'll be right back, everybody. Making me hungry? Oh, there's more for that. Don't worry. Be right back. All right, we're back. Look at that smiling face. All right, so after we got to Kyoto, we went to a traditional tea ceremony. So they got us dressed up in komodos and yutakas. I'm trying to remember the exact one I'm wearing here. I don't remember the exact terminology, but that was part of the tea ceremony. Thank you, thank you. And then they had us make our own matcha as part of it as well. More matcha, yes. Mm-hmm. And she did. This was our the person in charge, basically. She showed us how to do it, and she did like the ceremonial parts for us. This was just the room we were in, which was absolutely gorgeous. This is me afterwards. Oh, there was a few of these, by the way. These like crab restaurants. The crab moved. We didn't end up going to it ever, but I think it was like a chain because I saw it in Tokyo as well. A few other places. Hi, Leela. Welcome in. Back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you, Leela. I hope you're doing well. Y'all don't know the wonderful Leela. Leela's an amazing streamer here on Twitch. You should absolutely go give her a follow if you're not already doing so. This is the first of many. Like throughout all of Japan, they had these like covered markets. So basically, like they would be covered above. They're almost like malls, I guess, but it's more like a street that just is like covered on the top, and then there's different things like stores and food places on the sides. And I went to this place, which had some very beautiful posters, like gorgeous stuff. I thought I took a better picture of this. Oh well. These are like pins. This was extremely expensive, so I didn't end up buying this, but I really wanted it. My friend really wanted it too, and he might actually get it. He looked into how to order it. It's just like the one piece with the different pins here, and it shows their bounties. But I did end up getting something from there, which I'll show you guys now. I haven't actually opened it yet. They wrapped it for me. One Piece. All right, let's swap to this really quickly. So they wrapped it for me. Can anyone guess what it is just from this? It's a little hard to see. Might be able to make out some things. As soon as I saw this, though, I knew I had to get it, even though it was not cheap. Oh, they taped it really well. Hold on. There we go. Which, good, they taped it really well. It was not cheap, so I wanted to make sure that it was going to transport really well. Free bubble wrap. They just give you bubble wrap now. How's it look? There we go. Ta-da! It is high Q. It's just a really well done bit of art. Can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, I won't be able to see the whole thing, but yeah, and it has like all of the characters from the show, even like all the side characters drawn in it, which I really liked about it. Like you can see everybody. Yeah, it's just really well done. So it was not cheap, but I ended up getting it. And it's going to go on my wall eventually. You have to show that to Ava. Oh yeah, I had to show it to a lot of people. I don't even think Onion's seen it yet. I haven't really shown it to anyone. Alright. Let's come back here. Haikyuu is absolutely goated. Got a beer. This place, I don't have any... So all of the outside pictures of all of us on this were taken by a different camera. But I do have the picture of the Wagyu burger here. They gave us bibs and... bibs and gloves to eat these, but they were so good. They were so messy, but that was kind of part of the fun. But yeah, I only had the 2 shots of the actual burger itself. It was so good, though. As soon as you bit into it, the egg went everywhere, but delicious. Right, this was at night in Kyoto. Just a really pretty river. I really liked it, apparently. A little random cat we saw on the way back to our Airbnb. Kitty! All right, and then part of the reason we chose this Airbnb was a walking distance of the 1,000. I think it's called the 1,000 Torii, 1,000 gates maybe. And it just has like a ton of Torii gates. Oh, good picture there. Got my finger in it. So this was one of the shrines that was definitely worth going to. It was really pretty. Like every single shrine has the entrance, and it has like the same two people on like either side of it. We got there really early, like just when it opened. So when we got there, there was almost no one there. That changes very soon here. But like my first few pictures here have almost no one in them because there was like no one there yet. This is on the way up. Yeah, everyone was trying to take pictures in the gate here, so I just end up with some people in them. Here, I think a bunch of us waited for people to move on, but this is like hundreds of Torii gates in a row here. Here we go. Like a bunch of people waited together so they could all take pictures of the empty gates. And there were people behind me here, but I used my head to block them. Very ingenious. Yeah, and this was on the way back here. Someone posted on Twitter like this recently. These gates, you could see like the inscriptions, and apparently they're like advertisements, or rather, it's more like people or companies that donated to like this. I'm pretty sure they might have been joking around. I'm not sure, but the writing on there is that like donated to maintain. I'm not 100% sure. It could have been a joke. Here's me in front of some of the more of the gates. There's me in front of some more of the gates. Yeah, it's called like the thousand gates, but I think there was actually, I looked it up, there was like 10,000 gates in this shrine. And there was like a lot of individual little shrines as we were going through. Just like everywhere. You could just like wander off the main path a little bit and find like these really cool areas, like this one here. Just a little lake, bamboo, which people decided to write all over. And this was the most tiring day of the entire trip, just because we had to walk up this mountain with the Torii gates. Every other time we had to go up a mountain, we took a bus. So this one, we had to actually walk up. Like our Airbnb is like over there somewhere. So we walked all the way up here. Beautiful view though. Here's my, oh, we're not even at the top yet. This is just one section here. Moving a little higher after this. Yeah, here is the highest point we got to. Ooh, this was from one of the vending machines, and this drink was really good. I took a picture of it because I'm like, this was delicious. It was just kind of like, it's like an apple pop, basically. Or apple soda, I guess. You pay like a little bit of yen to light some incense. So I got some incense and lit it there. The incense smelled really good, by the way. Cat! There was a bunch of little cats wandering around, begging for food. They were very cute. Kitty again! This shrine just had like a raven on it. The ravens in Japan are massive, by the way. They're like much larger than they are here in the US. Cat. I saw this and it was confused, so I took a picture. Apparently it's pretty popular. I almost got it. I was very curious what it tasted like. Poor cat. I think this is the same cat. This is our way back down the shrine, by the way. So we took up a different way down than we took up, so we got to see a bunch of other stuff. Another shrine on the way down. At this point, we were basically just back in the city. Kind of melded right back in. And we wrapped back around to the front because I wasn't doing it, but both my friends were looking for, they're called Goshen. It's like, you get like a book, and every shrine you go to, almost every shrine you go to, has a place called a Goshen, which basically does calligraphy in your book for you. I don't exactly know what they write, but it's like probably related to the shrine itself. So when we got there, it was too early, so we wrapped back around to the entrance to get that done. I think that's what this is. No, we're in a different area now. Ah, this is when we went to the next shrine. I didn't actually see any monkeys, sadly, but wild monkeys are appearing. Because they may attack or bite, do not approach or give food. Stay away from the monkeys. We didn't actually see any here. This was like a fertility pagoda, I believe. It was really pretty. And this was like the first thing we saw. So we got an Uber here because we weren't exactly sure how to get it. This is the same day. And our driver dropped us off at like a different place than we asked, but he told us that basically this was the best place. It's like a 5-minute walk. And this brought us to an area that like no one else was in yet. And you'll see in a minute here. This shrine's a lot bigger. You can see across the way here. There's just like a ton of people over there. So we did eventually walk over there, though. The cherry blossoms here are really pretty. So is the shrine in general. Yeah, and you can... It like looks out over Kyoto. It did cost money to get into the main shrine area, which one of my friends paid with me, but the other two stayed back. But it was like really busy, as you can see. This was like the busiest shrine we had seen yet. It might be the busiest shrine we were at all. I kept trying to get pictures here, but people kept jumping in to take pictures. But it was very pretty. This was a little bit down the hill. You had to like wrap around the side to get back. Yeah. So there's the other pagoda up top there. Yeah, the reason these pictures are at such high angles is people were walking in front of me. I was trying to get a photo of just everything up there. Hi, Ocean. Hey, Soundtrack Boy. Fishing in person. Yep. This is me trying to get pictures with the cherry blossoms. That one is pretty good. Little dragon statue. Not little, by the way. Big dragon statue. This is when we went into the actual main shrine up top. So this is where I was taking pictures before, but now we're above it. So whenever you go into a shrine, I think this is my first picture of it, there's like a little bit of water coming out of this one. Was really pretty in particular, but you're supposed to wash your hands and wash out your mouth with it. Most people just did their hands. It's really pretty. That was the pagoda we were at earlier. You can see it right there. That's where we started. And so now we're on the other side here. I did a, this is kind of a weird, because this is a panoramic. So like this is my left and this is my right here. Turned out really pretty though. This was in the actual shrine itself. So I had my friend take pictures of me praying at the shrine and doing the... So we waited in a really long line to do this, and I'm not sure I would have done it again, but it was very fun. Part of it was hitting the edge of the bowl here, and it made like a gong sound. It was like a 30-minute line. We went to some shops after the shrine that were kind of like on the main street here, and I saw this fan, and I almost got it, but I didn't. And there's a frog one too. I never noticed that it said never forget the beginner's humility here. Probably mean don't touch. These were not cheap fans, by the way. Here's another one of those kind of like open area malls. I think this is the Nishiki Market. Yeah, I think this was Nishiki Market in Kyoto. Maybe that was Osaka. This was a different market though. And we came here and hung out for quite a while. This was chicken, which was really good. We got dango. This is my friend here. They had you grind the soybeans yourself and put it on top, which was really cool. So these were like soy dangos, kind of like a dessert. They're like dumplings, basically. I'm trying to describe exactly how they tasted. I didn't love them, but they were good. The soy, grinded soybeans on top were really good. I didn't care for the texture too much of the actual dango, though, I'll be honest. Sword. Oh, I went to this little cafe. Two of my friends had already come here, and so I just decided to go on my own because I wanted to experience it. It was just a really pretty, like the way they did it, where they outlined everything in black and white. There we go. And I ended up getting this, which was incredible. This is like probably my favorite dessert of the entire trip. It's just that this, I guess the cafe wasn't random. It was really good. I got some jasmine tea, and it was a creme brulee waffle with ice cream on top. My only complaint is I wish there was more fruit, because it's like literally just these few pieces of strawberry. Could have stood for like a whole nother 3 strawberries and some blueberries maybe. But it was really good. So I'm glad I went there. It was not cheap, by the way. We saw this knife, which I thought was really cute. It's got like a a little bee on it. This was just on our bus ride, I believe. Just quickly got that out the window as we were passing by. We went to another shrine. I think this was like called the Golden Temple or something like that. And we got some, this was like ginger ice cream, which was way too expensive. And I kind of regret getting it. They like put gold leaf on it or something, but not like actual gold, but it was like glitter basically. It wasn't that great, to be honest. And then we had to quickly finish it because we were already late. It was like 4:30 and the shrine closed at 5:30, and we had to, you know, walk through the whole thing and everything too. So that was my ticket there. We got in there kind of quick. My friends ended up going in before me because I was taking longer to finish my ice cream, and they wanted to do their Goshen. So they had to get to the end before the Goshen closed, which I think the Goshen closed at 5. So we ended up rushing through this one pretty quickly here. But it was really pretty. I got a bunch of pictures of the golden building here. Look at that loser having fun in Japan. How dare he? I don't remember what this said, but I thought this was like really cool here. It had the sign that was just like a little hole in the wall there. I'm sure it said something really interesting. Did I not get pictures? There was a little waterfall there. There was a part where, here it is. Everyone was throwing like small yen coins to try and get them in the thing here, which is a fun way to make people donate. I did not get mine in. Little cat bag. I believe on our way back, I don't remember how we ended up where we did. Oh yes, that's right. We were trying to find places to eat in Kyoto, and this is a warning for anyone who goes to travel in Japan. You need to reserve restaurants. Like every single place was full. You have to reserve ahead of time, otherwise you're not going to eat. We eventually did find a place, which was like a 30-minute wait, which turned out really good. It was like a meat bowl place. Wagyu steak rice bowls. Which were a bit expensive, but extremely delicious. So this is like the explanation on how to eat them. So the kind of the idea here is it comes in the bowl and you kind of like mix it together. And then you like put it into another bowl with a with broth to like kind of enhance the flavor. Honestly, I thought it was fine by itself. I tried it with the broth a few times and it made it a little too soggy, so I kind of just had it on its own after that. But this is the one I ended up getting, which was delicious. And then, like, randomly, as we were walking back, we just happened to stop by another shrine, and we're like, hey, we'll go in. And it turned out to be, like, a festival. Unfortunately, it also just started pouring. Here you go. It's not quite raining yet, I think, in this picture, but yeah. It was like a festival, like, exactly what it shows in, like, anime and whatnot, with the different little games. We ended up playing, like, one of those beanbag toss games, and we all missed, but the guy felt bad for us, so he gave us our prize anyways, which was like this little hammer. There was a bunch of like festival food and whatnot, but it just started pouring like all of a sudden, so that's why I don't have any more pictures. So we kind of just like waited underneath something. We had in our umbrellas. Did we have in our umbrellas? Maybe we didn't bring our umbrellas because it wasn't raining all day before that. Yeah, we did not have umbrellas, so we had to like hide out from the rain for a bit, and we ended up just giving up and walking. And then we got to like a conveni, bought our umbrellas, and we left. It stopped raining, and it didn't rain again that night, unfortunately. So we just ended up with extra umbrellas. This was the next morning. I think we were leaving from Kyoto, but you can actually see from our Airbnb where I took the picture. This is where we were when we took the picture looking out. When I took the picture the other day, earlier. We stopped at this like slightly famous sandwich place. Is this Osaka now? We might have. This might be after we got to Osaka. I'm trying to remember. This place was like apparently famous on TikTok and Instagram. It was really good, like understandable. I wanted to try a bunch of them, so I ended up getting like a variety pack, and they were all really good. This one was like egg salad. This is potato salad, and these two were roast beef and wagyu sandwiches. And then I got a strawberry milkshake with it, which was really good. This is when we went to the castle. Yeah, so this is Osaka now. So we missed a bunch of travel there, but we had traveled to Osaka at this point. And this is the castle. And I didn't know it at the time, but apparently Onion was at this castle at the same time I was. Like, exactly the same time. This is not the whole castle. This is just, like, the outer ring of it here. Yeah, it is really pretty. Our feet were in so much pain at this point. Here's the actual castle now. You can see it in the background there. Yeah, I asked Onion afterwards, and they were like, yeah, I was just there. I was like, what? Yeah, and we ended up going inside. Most of the time inside, pictures were not allowed until, like, the top floor. So I didn't get that many photos inside. You can see us like waiting in here. There was a few places where you could take photos, and they had all these like dioramas of the castle being constructed. Apparently the castle had been torn down like 8 times and rebuilt 8 times. It reminded me, it reminded me a lot of the Monty Python skit with and then the castle burned down and sank into the swamp. But it was really cool to learn about. They had these like dioramas here with like where they do like the little projection on the front. It was really cool to see. There was a bunch of them going through the history. This was the view from the top of the castle. You can see Osaka all around, basically. There was like a little baseball thing over here, and you could just see people walking on it. This is a cannon at the bottom. We're back out. Saw a bird. I don't know why I took this picture. Oh, everyone had left to go to the bathroom and asked me to watch their stuff, so I took a picture of me watching their stuff, I think. Yeah, and this is back on the way down from the castle. By this time it was late. Is this when we got the really good dinner? Yeah, this was on the way to our, we went to like a place with a tasting menu, which was very expensive, very delicious. But like on the way there, there's this tiny door here. This is like a normal size bottle of alcohol right here, by the way. This door is like 3.5 feet tall, basically. I think you actually went into, I don't know, it looked like a bar of some kind. It was really cool. Anyways, here was our tasting menu. I got red wine with it. So our first course was just like a bunch of little random things. I can't remember what everything was exactly. This was like a fishy quiche. This was like matcha and bread with nuts. This was like fried cheese. This was octopus with some kind of jelly and nuts on top. And then this was like a Japanese salad. I can't remember what this was. It was like some kind of soup. Obviously not like miso or anything like that. But this was just like our first course. It was a bunch of random stuff, and it was all really good. Second course was this one here. Again, a bunch of different stuff here. This was like omurice, I guess. It was like egg and meat. I think this was meant to get mixed in with this, but I think I just ate my rice separately. This was those little fish again, but they were like baked into like a pizza almost. So it was like the very tiny fish that were like dried out and cooked on top of a pizza with cheese. Little pita bread. I can't remember what this was. It was good because I ate it. I think it was like fried green onion or something like that. And then this was like a really nice cut of meat wrapped around bamboo, I think, or something similar. I didn't care for the bamboo too much, but the meat was really good. Yeah, here's more of it. This is our next course. I'm trying to remember exactly what this was. It was really good, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was, though. Yeah, this place was the best place we ate at, Inch, to be fair. Then we had Wagyu beef with salt, and I think these were like mustard seeds, so you could dip in either one. And then there was this is like garlic rice. It had a lot of mushrooms in it. It was a very strong mushroom flavor, which I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms. It was still really good, though. I wasn't going to not eat it. This was our dessert, which was good. Again, I'm struggling to remember exactly what it was. It was like, it was closer to a sorbet, but there was like milk mixed in with it. So it like made it a little creamier. And they gave us, I think it was coffee, which unfortunately I do not like coffee at the end or at all. So that one I didn't drink fully. Don't ask why I took this picture. We passed by a cat cafe at night. So we didn't actually go in because it was closed, but there was cats in the window outside at night. This is for our view from our Airbnb. Chicken's an infinite possibility. That's probably why I took that picture. It's funny. This was the bullet train, I believe. Is it? No, this was just the regular train. We're going to Nara. Yeah, this is the next day. We're going to Nara. I think I wasn't feeling the best. Yeah, I wasn't feeling very good at all on the way to Nara. I had thrown up the night before. I think something, I mean, it was the best meal we had all week, but something that I ate just didn't sit right with me. But it was just really quick, like I threw up and I was good. But I ended up getting a few things on the train to kind of calm my stomach, and this was one of them. It was like they were like cheesecake bites, basically. This is the way to Nara. You can see the cute little picture. We found a breakfast place. Almost all of the breakfast places were completely full, by the way. But we ended up finding this one place further down, which was great because this place was incredible. I ended up getting some tea and the pizza toast. Which was a lot more food than I thought it would be. I don't know why I took this photo. It was probably an accident. This was the way up to the deer park in Nara. And there's our first sighting of the deer. The deer here were extremely aggressive, by the way. Very much so. If you had food, they were after you. They would tug on my jacket. They'd bump into you. They keep bowing at you. But I got a few good pictures with them. I love their derpy little faces. Go, and this is my first time actually getting the crackers. So it was 200 yen for a bunch of the little deer crackers. Oh, there's a whole video of me. You won't be able to hear it, I don't think. Oh, what's going on here? It's not loading very well. You guys should not be able to hear it, unfortunately, but... Yeah, it's not loading very well, but you can kind of see me giving them the crackers. Yeah, as soon as you gave one crackers, like 10 more showed up. Look at this photo. Just surrounded. Yeah, and you would bow at them, and they would bow back, and you'd give them a cracker. It was really cute. If they knew you had any crackers left, though, they would like bite at your jacket a little bit. Not like aggressively, like they wouldn't like bite to hurt, but they would like go like grab your jacket, like pull a little bit to indicate that they were there. Whole bunch of deer. Little koi pond. I think this was like, we had randomly stopped just to sit down for a minute inside like a little rest area. And the lady in there was explaining like different places to go. So she explained like a different park that we ended up going to. This park here, which was really pretty. You can see like the mountains off in the distance and a bunch of deer. This guy on the bridge. The deer like never stopped being cute, despite being a little terrifying sometimes. Yeah, this park was really pretty. You can see all the deer like wandering around. There was a lot of deer poop. Also, it was raining like the whole time we were here. We had our umbrellas, which helped, but... You can see how much it was raining. These are some big hands. We did end up going to a little shrine inside here. I think this was like the Buddha shrine. So this was inside like the deer park. Yeah, and you can see the big Buddha statue. This photo doesn't really do it justice. It was like 30 feet tall. Like a really big statue. I tried to match the face. I don't think I did a very good job. Okay. So it just so happened that Onion and I were going to be in Nara on the same day. Like, we looked at both of our schedules, and it just so happened we were in Nara at the same day. They ended up getting there a bunch later than I did, so they kind of caught up with me. These are warning about the deer. The deer in Nara Park are wild animals. They can occasionally attack people, so please be careful. And it shows like the 4 different ways they attack people, which I thought was very funny. But we're coming up right now to getting to see Onion. Deer. More deer. There's like a bell. We kind of went a different way than everyone else was going, and we got this like really pretty area here. And there was very few people. Like, there was a main path, and this is like just slightly off of it. Yeah, like there's this nice little staircase here. And then we stopped to eat, and I got some... It was like fried chicken ramen. I think this is the other time we had ramen. It was really good. Really good. And I think this is basically when I got to... I don't know where the photo is. Oh, the photo's later. So I got to see Onion when I was in that cafe. They caught up to me, basically. But I had to censor the photo, so the photo ended up in a later spot, time-wise. Funnily enough, my friend is actually the one who censored it. So it should be coming up shortly here. This was another shrine. Like, the cafe we ate at was, like, down here-ish. So this was kind of just, like, above it. And it had a really good view. Yeah. Yeah, there's Onion. I got to meet with Onion. Here's the Onion face reveal. You all expected it. Yeah, it was very fun to see Onion. Pet the Onion. There was a lot of really pretty shrines in Nara as well. We didn't even get to see half of them, really. But we did get to see a few of them, which was nice. I took a lot of pictures in Nara. Oh, this was the death trap. So there was stairs going down here. I don't know if I have... Yeah, I don't think I got to see it here. Someone got, like, seriously hurt on it. So there was one step that had, like, a root growing out of it. So it was, like, twice as high as all the other steps. And someone who was walking up it slipped and, like, hurt their knee. No one I knew, but it was just, like, another tourist. And I felt really bad for them, but there wasn't really anything we could do. They were just good. They just sat there and relaxed for a bit. Hopefully they're okay. We ended up going to one more shrine here. I would say we probably went to one too many shrines in Nara. There was a lot of walking. But basically, yeah, there was just a lot to do there. But we had planned our entire day to go to Nara, so we were just doing stuff in Nara all day. We did end up leaving a little bit early, I think, and getting dinner when we got back. Die Trippen ist nicht gemacht. Oh, genomat. Gemort? Genomort. I don't know how to say that. Probably means tripping is not good. Standardized. Ah. Yeah, this was some more shrines in Nara here. By this point, we were all like so tired, so we started walking back. Stairs are not standardized. Okay. Wait, stairs are called D-trip. That's kind of funny. Oh yeah, I saw a little deer hanging out on this guy. Between here. Yeah, you can see me walking in real time as we were trying to leave. As I took the pictures walking by. Yeah, it's just a really pretty mansion here. At this point, we tried to stop at like 3 different welcome centers, hoping they had a stamp, because my friend was looking for the stamp that had the deer on it, and all of them were closed permanently. So I'm not sure what was up with that. This is from the Starbucks. There's a little Starbucks in front of a lake here. And this is us coming back to Osaka. Our area by our Airbnb was like right next to this river here, which was really pretty. And we ended up going on, like basically on the river here. There was, I couldn't take many most of the pictures had other people in it, so I didn't show it here. But it was like a cook your own Wagyu place. So you put the Wagyu on the stove and cooked it and then ate it. Another crab place, yes, they had a lot of them. And then we got melon bread, which doesn't taste like melon. It just tastes like bread, and you put ice cream in it. I guess there's a little bit of like a sweetness to it though. But there's like ice cream in the middle of it here. It was really good. And then my friend really wanted to go out to the bars and like try out. So we went to this like very Japanese bar. Oh, I saw the sign here, which was really cool. Which none of us knew what we were doing. So my friend ordered a gin drink, and then we all ordered the same gin drink because no one knew what to order. There was no like English menu, which makes sense. It was just like some random Japanese bar. But the guy was like, everyone there was super friendly. It was really cool. The drink was incredible. Hi bees, welcome in. Yeah, this is the place I think we went to. Yeah, pub and bar. And you just see like the city at night when it's raining, and just has like such a vibe to it. Like you could just see the alley here, and this is on the river walk, which I think we took to get home. I just saw like this random running man here. This is the next day. We went out to breakfast this day. We went to like, it was like an American place for breakfast. Everything there was really good though. I think I ended up getting this French toast here. And bacon, apparently. Yeah, like look at that. Oh. Yeah, Country Home Cafe. That's right. It had like a bunch of country singers and stuff like that on the walls and whatnot. This is just a random conveni, and you can see like all the meals you can buy there if you just want something. This is us. Oh. Yeah, we went to a shrine on the north end of Osaka. I think it was the north end. Some part of Osaka, we went to a shrine. It wasn't actually that far from us, but we had to take a train to get there. And there was this really pretty mall we actually went to after the shrine, so I'll get more pictures of it after. But this is basically, this is the station here, and there was like a big mall here We ended up buying quite a lot there. But this is the shrine. This is probably my favorite shrine of the entire trip. It was really gorgeous. And they had you like fill out a stamp as you were going through. And by the end, the stamp was like really pretty. Here, I actually think I have it. 1 second. Yeah, here it is. All right. Full face. Yeah. So basically, this is what you ended up with at the end. But like each place, there were 6 places to stop, and each place did a different color. Oh, it's not focusing very well. But like at first you just had the red, and then the yellow, and then the pink, and it turned out really pretty. So I'm really glad that we got to do that. And like these things here, I don't know what they're called exactly, but like you get to buy them when you're up there, and you can leave them wherever you want. You like sign them and then bathe them in incense, and like it's probably for good luck. But this shrine was just so pretty. Like everything about it was gorgeous. There's a little fountain, little thing going out there. A lot of the photos have me and my friends in it, so you won't be able to see all of them. A little waterfall here. That waterfall was actually the exit, which we didn't realize until later. So we actually came back later to that. Inch, what's up? Oh my gosh. Let's go back here. Here, this is, I think I was here. Yep, there we go. We can go back through them really quick. How much money will you make from mail gifts? 0, because I don't intend to sell them. Probably a lot, though. If I did. I'm just going to delete them as I get them. But yeah, here's the little waterfall here. Yeah, we went toward the exit first because it was so pretty. But we actually had to come back here later. So we had to go up the mountain to kind of the shadow of this pagoda here. This is like where the first stamp was. We had to wait in a line to take pictures of these things. My friends have a lot better pictures than this, but we went to the top here. There was a little shrine here where you had to step on each one for a blessing. So I don't have pictures of me stepping on each one, but there was like 100. So you just like step to the side, step to the side. You can just barely make out Osaka there in the distance from the top of the shrine here. Okay, it's Daruma. Gotcha. Yeah, they were like everywhere. You can see where, so this was like right next to where you buy them. So like a bunch of them were here. I especially like the ones, I don't know if I have the picture of them in the crack here. Not sure I do. But people were just setting them wherever they could. Yeah, you can see like Osaka in the distance, which was really cool. Random dog. Ah, here's the one in the crack, which I really liked. People just like stuffed them in there. Hey Bella, welcome in. We're just going through my pictures from Japan. I ended up walking up here on my own on accident. Because I went to the bathroom and then I thought my friends had passed me, but this wasn't actually part of the shrine. Well, it was, but it's like part of a like pilgrim's path thing that you would take that we didn't end up doing. But it was a really pretty view. As you can see, like the Osaka off in the distance there. Yeah, you can see the stamp like as it was being made. So like this is the final one here, but this is like parts of it as you're going through. Sorry, Bella. It's very expensive to go to Japan, as I found out. Yeah, here's like the little pagoda here. Yeah, so it's not done yet, but it's close. I really like this one because someone had like they put their dolls into like the top of the ceiling where the vines were here. Bring 2 suitcases. Oh man, we already had to buy an extra suitcase on the way back because of all the stuff we bought. Here's the waterfall here. Steamy little lake. Really pretty. Yeah, I think this was my favorite shrine. It's between this and the Thousand Gate one. This one was just so pretty. And then there's my completed stamp right there. And they had like a little thing here at the end for... they're like little pancake mix, but they put them in these... containers, so you end up with something like this. They're really good. The thing is, you could only buy them in like 23 pieces, so I'm glad I had friends with me, because I could not eat 23 of those on my own. Look at me posing with the big Durma. This is us on our way back down the mountain. Yeah, we stopped in this mall, and this mall was really cool. It's just called Q's Mall or something like that. It's just a really gorgeous mall with like cherry blossoms, lots of really fun things to shop for. I wish we had stayed for longer. We ended up buying a few things, but we had to get back to our dinner because we went to a sushi place. So I ended up getting like this one here, the omakase sushi course. As you can see all the things I got there. The price of that is what, like $36 US? I guess like tax was included, so a little bit more, but if you got this in America, it would probably have costed like $100 or more at least per person. It was so good. That's my drink. This was like I think it was called a black tea highball. It was really good. Whoa. Don't know how that happened. So this is like one thing here. So this was I can't remember what fish this was, but you actually cook this because you put it in the little hot pot there and it boils it. So this wasn't sushi, but you like put all this stuff in the pot to eat it together. Yeah, there you go. The fish cooks really quickly though, so you kind of have to just like pop it in really fast, move it back and forth, and then just eat it right away. Then we got a little chicken. This was the only thing I didn't like because it was avocado. I tried my best and I did eat it, but I'm not a big fan of avocado, so. But the roe was good. Sorry. This was Wagyu as well. Can't remember the name of it. But it was Wagyu with like onions and some other crispy fried things on top. Yeah, you wouldn't want that much wasabi. But it was avocado mixed with some other stuff too. And then the roe was on top of it. I think it was salmon roe. And then this was the sushi plate. So basically, we ate them in the wrong order. We didn't realize it. You're supposed to eat this way to this way, and then it would end with the best one. But we ended up eating this way to this way, so it ended with the worst one. I mean, it wasn't bad, mind you, but it wasn't the best one. They were all really good, but these like ones down here were by far the best. Yeah, exactly, Bella. We all ate it the wrong way, but we had the first one. We were like, oh my god, they're all gonna be this good, and the other ones were also really good, but they weren't as good as that first one was. Such Americans. Oh yeah, and then there was some miso soup as well with it. And then also this here. Whatever thing on top here was very weird tasting. I'm not entirely sure what it was. I think it was a flower. I went with some of my friends. I've intentionally removed the pictures with them in it. Because I didn't ask permission. I remember seeing this building here and I was really confused, so I took a picture of it. I believe we ended up going to round 1 around here. Maybe I didn't take any pictures inside. Yeah, because we're already in the station here. But the round one there, like, they don't have video games like they do here. Like, it's all gambling games. It's not technically gambling because you get like an extra coin or a different kind of coin though. But it basically is just gambling. Uh, which was not as fun, so wasn't that great. Here's just some One Piece ads I saw. This is where we were staying. Is this back in Tokyo? Yeah, we're back in Tokyo now. I saw the One Piece live action thing there too. Yeah, so we're back in Tokyo here. This is like our last or second to last day. Oh, I saw the people in the Mario Kart stuff. I took less pictures. Oh, I got ramen one more time, I guess. I don't remember this. I'm sure it was really good. Sort of, Bella. We got gyoza with the ramen, which was so good. Oh, I remember this. Because you, like, dip the gyoza in the liquid, like soy, I guess, and then in the spice here. It was delicious. I don't know what a pot sticker is, so no cluebies. This was back in Tokyo. We ended up going back to another shrine. Yeah, my only feedback, if I were to do it again, I would probably do less shrines in total. They were all really gorgeous and everything, but it was kind of the same thing over and over again. I would probably just pick and choose my shrines more carefully, like the ones I really wanted. I think it's the Tokyo Tower right there, too. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, we're back kind of close to Shibuya here, I think. Yeah, this was really gorgeous, but... Good fortune in future. I got my fortune taken. I was just so tired at this point. After 2 weeks in Japan. Oh, there was a really cool market here. I think I ended up getting some stuff at this market. But they have Vajras, which are, I mean, obviously a thing, but also they're in Slay the Spire as a relic, which I just thought was funny. I think like Pickles the Frog was like a mascot for the area because I saw a bunch of like frog stuff related to this. Oh, this is the Micro Pig Cafe. We didn't end up going to this, but we saw the picture for it. I didn't actually go to any animal cafe. For dinner, we got omurice. This is my first time ever having good omurice. It was so delicious. So this was Hamburg omurice, so it's like a hamburger with omurice mixed in, or rather the other way around. It was delicious. Okay. Oh, I saw the Hero Academia advertisement here. It was so odd just like seeing a whole bunch of random anime ads all over the place. This is like not, I mean, I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it. This is on our way down to the station. It was just like this really giant room for almost no reason. So I took a picture of it. This doesn't like get across how big this room was. Like this was like 30 by 20 and there was no one in here. Like 30 feet by 20 feet. I was like, what is going on? Just like take one step down and then that's another staircase down. The underground in general in Tokyo was massive. I didn't get very many pictures of it. But like every time we went to a train station, there was like, sometimes there were these massive like underground malls attached to the stations. It was really cool to see. I think this was on our way. Yeah, we went to one last shrine on our last day. So this is the same day we left. Our two of our friends got there a few days early, so they went to the shrine first. It was the Lucky Cat Shrine. Hey. So then me and my other friend went on our own on our last day here while they slept in. They needed the rest, honestly. It was really pretty. But at this point, I was experiencing massive shrine fatigue. I actually found that the little town right outside the shrine was much cooler. Like, here's the little train station we got on at to head back. It was just a really pretty, quaint little town. And, like, all these little towns are in the middle of Tokyo, which is part of, I guess, what makes Tokyo such a massive city. This was at the airport, I believe. No, this wasn't at the airport. So this was at like a little mall in Shibuya while we were kind of waiting for. We had to check out from our place, and then we had to drop off our luggage. We chose like a store luggage place because it was easier. And so this was like a little cafe while we were kind of waiting. Generally, we were kind of just walking around Shibuya trying to find stuff to do. Unfortunately, it was raining. I ended up getting a bunch of these little biscuits and whatnot. They were so good. Yeah, every Starbucks had these donuts, which I don't know why they don't do this in America, because I would definitely get some. I only went to a few Starbucks, and then I ended up getting some. I forgot to take a picture until after I started eating it. But a onigiri, it was just so like I was already really full, and it was really filling, and it just like felt good to have a little haiku or this. We ended up going to there was like a One Piece store and a Pokemon store in a mall, so we stopped by there. Here's the Pokemon store here. I ended up getting. I mean, Grace already knows this, but I got Grace Sylveon little plushie. I saw this number one corn thing. I thought it was very funny. This is the last little pictures of Hibuya. I saw this Project Hail Mary poster in Japanese, which was really cool. Onigiri was really good. I would definitely get that again. I wish I got into more. But yeah, there was a bunch of movie posters. This is actually where we dropped off our luggage. They just had like a random wall full of movie posters. And the Project Hail Mary poster in Japanese was there, which I thought was really cool. I ended up seeing this movie like right before I left. And I'm probably going to go see it again in IMAX if I can. This was at the airport. I got a little pizza at the airport. And this is our last picture. This is us getting on the flight back to Detroit here. So that's the last picture of the trip. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, unfortunately, ads are going to play in a second here. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. And I will see you all in a few minutes, and we'll get into playing some Stardew. We probably won't play too much today, unfortunately. One thing I didn't really talk about is I have had... Here, let's go back here really quickly. I've had some really bad jet lag the last few days. Like, I've been sleeping most of the day for the past 3 days. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't feel sick at all or anything like that, so I don't think it's that. I just think my schedule is way off. Yeah, it was such a good time, Nico. Welcome in, by the way. All right, ads are going to play in a little bit, so I'm going to just go ahead and take a little 3-minute break or so, and I'll see you guys when I get back. BRB. Okay, we are back. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave again in a bit to go eat dinner, but we are going to get started here. Actually play some freaking Stardew, huh? Hey, Elusive Kayak, welcome in. Hope you're doing super well today. So I got about 20 minutes here, so I'm going to try and get started on this day. I don't fully remember where we left off. It's been almost 3 weeks, I think, since I played last. Got a blessing of the water, though. If I were to guess, we're going to do octopus fishing. You play Stardew since when? Since right now, apparently. Yeah, I think it really has been that long. Okay, we have another trap bobber. I think we're good to go. I did a good job plotting here. It is a Wednesday. Where was this in Australia? Some have said. Oh, I took my bed. Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? I'm glad to be back, though. It annoys me that it's exactly 24. It makes sense because of how math works, but it does annoy me. Alright. Let's go. How did you get over here? Ooh, there's lots of slime today. Believe it or not, my animation canceling's not on. That seems like it would make sense. How much slime do we have? Oh, we have quite a bit. Okay. Alright, there we go. Put all that away. Put all that away. Get rid of that. Let's go fishing. See if I remember how to fish in this game. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming, but... Great. Put that out of the way. Eat the lobster bisque. And... fish. That's my whole world. Mr. Octopus and... Bad, bad girl. I don't remember the lyrics. Let alone the correct ones. Lionfish? Boo. Don't waste my blessing of the waters on lionfish. I think this is an octopus, yeah. Is that Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince, Leah? I think it is. Alright, we got 2 free octopi out of it, at least. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Ooh, that was a bad bounce. Two gold chests in a row, huh? If I can catch this fish. They call it a lionfish because it can never tell the truth. Accurate. Well, I spoke it for you, so you're good. Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. Man, I sure would like to be done with octopus. A steady supply of octopi is still going to take me so long to finish. Oh no. This is when my inexperience is coming into play. It's been a while since I fished. We're getting like 10 octopus a day, and we still need like 1,000 octopus. So the math on that is unfavorable for finishing soon. No problem, Leah. Enjoy your dinner. I'm about to go eat dinner myself. No problem. Enjoy your dinner. Oops, I need you. Some days we get like 15 octopus, but I'm happy if we can get 10. 10 is a good number to shoot for each day. I'll give us slightly over 100 days to finish. A year of octopus fishing. Well, sort of, because we won't do it in the winter. Because we need to focus on albacore in the winter. But if we can average closer to like 12, 13, then it'll take less than 100 days, probably. And then again, we still need more than 1,000. I don't remember exactly how many, though. My brain was like, I'm on that fish. And I was not on that fish. I was on the chest. Alright. We managed to pull it out. That's good. Maybe. On the plus side, we do get to go into 1 here. So we're skipping pufferfish for now. We're going to come back to pufferfish later. Just entirely focusing on octopus and the night market fish for the moment. How much longer is left on the Fecate? That's a good question, Nico. Depends on how much I play, mostly. You can see how many more fish we need to catch. Of course, that fish will start going down a lot quicker once we are... Hey, Star Drop Tea. Nice. Once we're no longer doing night market fish, it's just a lot shorter. Junimo B, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day so far today. Welcome in, Raiders. If y'all don't know me, my name is the Algorithm. I'm doing a challenge to collect 999 of every stackable item in Stardew Valley, and right now we're working on fish. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see how many more fish we need to catch before the end of year 100, hopefully. Frayed Blood, welcome. Thank you so much for the resubscription. Welcome back to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. If you all don't know Junimo B is a wonderful streamer here on Twitch who does a whole bunch of, Stardew stuff, right? And I believe you also have a TikTok and a YouTube where you also make a bunch of Stardew stuff. Welcome, welcome. How was your stream? What were you up to? Oh, bosh. That is not the correct direction there. I don't know what did I just say. Oh, bosh. Welcome in, Raiders. My entire first half of my stream, so like the first 2 hours or so, I was going over my trip to Japan. I went to Japan for about 2 weeks, so I had some pictures to show off. Oh, no tool upgrade challenge. Oh, how's that going so far? What's been the hardest part to deal with? Dang, this is being mean to me. Okay. Not having the pickaxe, I think, would hurt the most for me. How do you get hardwood? I guess you gotta wait till mahogany trees, huh? Oh, the backpack counts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be the worst. That's not even close. Ooh, I'm sorry. You gotta really plan out your movement then. Ah, there we go. Wood skip ponds work as well. Yeah, that was just my first thought was normally you get it from upgrading your axe. You can't even get into the secret woods at all, can you? Or are you allowed to chair skip? Otherwise, I guess you have to use the mushroom cave. Oh no, you can use mushroom logs now. I was thinking back to 1.5. Only for the start drop. Okay. I knew there was something that you had to get there. Alright, so you've definitely thought this through then. I'm trying to think of anything else that's locked out. Isn't there a walnut you can't get without an upgraded pick? I think there's one golden walnut that you have to have an upgraded pickaxe for. You have to buy it. There you go. Makes sense. It's a shame you can't get true perfection. Yep. It's amazing that there's that few things that you need upgraded tools for. I guess there's very few things you actually need tools for. I think people have gotten to completing the game without energy or tools up until the volcano, right? The volcano is like the first thing you have to do. Yeah. I think Sal did that recently, right? Good for him. That seems really annoying. On-screen celebration? When did I add that? Twitch has changed. Hey, Pekasa, welcome in. You can put kappas on screen? Yeah, I think he eventually just used the Statue of Blessings, right? Anyways, Raiders, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. If you do need to raid and run, I totally understand. Especially you, Junimo. You were just streaming a whole bunch. Feel free to do so. But if you do want to stick around, we're going to be doing Stardew for quite a while longer here. I'm not entirely sure how much longer. My voice is kind of dead after the whole going through all the pictures in Japan thing. But I'll try and go for a bit here. I am going to go for dinner in just a second, though, unfortunately. The timing. I got like 10 more minutes, though, before I go. Which tackle? That tackle. It's my first blobfish? My goodness. We need so many blobfish. Unfortunately. We're past our 3/4 mark, which is really nice on the night market fish, but still not quite there yet, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly, Frayed Blood. I think I remember that. Because he absolutely had to do that to get by. But he continued to use his previous rules for everything else. Welcome back, Leah. How was dinner? We are gathering our fishies here. Good to hear. I have to say I've been missing the food in Japan quite a bit. Although I've had good food here since I've been back. Funnily enough, the first thing I did when I got back is I had Thai food. Yeah, exactly, Prayed Blood. That seems like an easy change that could be made to allow for that. Yeah, we're talking about Sal's no energy challenge. Junamobi, who raided in just a bit ago, is doing a no upgraded tools challenge. And we were talking about how they're kind of related. He's bonkers. I feel like to be a YouTuber, you kind of have to be bonkers a little. Yeah, Juno will be rated. Do. It's gone for like 4 minutes. It was a little longer than that, but yeah. It was like right after you left. Do. Oof. I think we'll probably be playing Blueprints tomorrow. Because I owe that to y'all. I also have to do a cooking stream at some point, too. Should figure out which of the Stardew Valley cookbook things I want to cook. A lot of them look really good. Maybe we should have a poll. Exactly, Leah. I also have to write a Shint fanfic. So do not feel alone. Skater Girl, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one. I did a baking stream, which was very fun. But that was like almost 3 years ago now. Oh, that's in range. We can hit that. All right. Too far. Okay, can't hold it the whole time. Perfect. Shane Clint is new. Yeah. I'm sure it's been done before. It's all been done before. I knew you before the West was won. Someone in Lizard's chat suggested pushing Clint off a cliff. I mean, it fits well. Onion got ideas. Yeah, I have to write mine with Onion. We gotta figure that out. Oh, you and Onion are also writing it together. Hold on, now I'm confused. Wasn't I supposed to write it with Onion? Maybe we're both doing that. Oops. Oh, that's my alarm. Okay, so I have to go eat dinner really quickly. All right, I'll work it out with Onion. Onion's still on vacation, I believe. So I gotta eat dinner really quickly. I'll be back in a bit, everybody. BRB. Thank you, Junomobi. Coconuts. 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 Sorry about that, everybody. Did not expect things to take as long as they did there. Robos, thank you so much for the resubscription for the 25th month. Welcome back to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Also, Ray, it's good to see you. My dinner was not ready, and it took an extra 25 minutes to make. Thank you, Braid. Enjoy your lurk, Magnolia. Piano, welcome in. It's good to see ya. How have you been? Oh my gosh, is that Mel subscribing for the 25th month? Welcome back to the snack. Welcome back to the snack, Mel. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad previewing. Let's drop a few shout outs here. If y'all don't know Mel or Piano, what did I just do? Ignore that, please. There we go. I'm good, Piano. I have been on vacation for the last 2 weeks, plus a few extra days where I was recovering from vacation. I've been doing really well, though. Up, down, down, up, down. Pufferfish or blobfish? Pufferfish. Yeah, I slept until like 4 a.m. this morning. I got up, I had breakfast, I watched some shows for like 2 hours, and I went to sleep again and slept until 1. So I'm definitely not fully recovered yet. No, I went to Japan, Piano. It was really good for 2 weeks. Today, though, I actually feel functional. I feel like every other day I felt like non-functional the entire day. Like when I was awake today, I was actually getting stuff done. So I think I'm mostly better. I just got to get the schedule back to fixed. Yep. It was 12 hours there and 11 hours back. Actually, not that terrible. On the flight back, I didn't even actually get up once. I should have, but I didn't. Oops. That might be the longest I've ever gone without peeing while I wasn't sleeping. Yeah, the first half of the stream I spent talking about my trip with pictures. Alright, we can get a few more fish here and then we'll be done for the day. Whoops. I was not looking. Alright. Let's count our fishies today. +13 +6 +6 +1 +3 +4 +1 +1 +3 +3 +3 +6. I'm counting a whole bunch at the same time. +3. 53 fishies today. Right, down to 21,626. Alright, my octopi are at 886, basically. So we're getting close to the 1,000 mark. On those, at least. And how are our other fishies here? We're almost up to 1,600 on these two. Blobfishes. It's certainly doing something, blobfishes. Okay. We can just delete you. Put the book away. Hi, Martian. Welcome back. Well, I've got some good news for you then, Martian. I guess it depends on your definition of good news. Alright, let's go to sleep. Yeah, fishing has been a little bit much. Having said that, though, everybody, this really sucks because I did want to stream longer today, but I totally forgot I promised some of my friends that I would play some video games with them, and they're already waiting for me, so I think, unfortunately, I do have to cut it off here. I'm also very tired all of a sudden. We're going to get back into a regular schedule here pretty soon, so there'll be regular streams. Tomorrow we might play Blueprints. I've got to make sure everything's working with that and get my thing set up and whatnot. But Fridays are generally when I'm trying to do variety games anyways, so that might be the right time to do it. But let's go ahead and find someone to raid into. I know there's a bunch of people live now, so it shouldn't be too hard to do. Oh, wow. There's a lot of Stardewers today. Lee Chat's doing a tier list, so we gotta go see what that's about. So we're gonna head into Lee Chat's stream today. God, I wish I could spell. There we go. All right. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. We will, in fact, get back to some regular scheduled streams coming up here. And I will see you guys all in the future. Bye for now, everybody. Let's go set up a read message here. Oh, whoops. All right, here's your raid message. It's a very tough one here. Copy and paste that lovely raid message. It looks like LeChat's also raising money for charity, which is really cool. So if you have the ability, it would be awesome if you could donate as well. And I'll catch you guys all later. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, Martian. Bye, Frayed Blood. Bye, Piano. Bye, Mel. Bye, Leah. Bye, Martian. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.